Hello everybody, welcome to this month's Cherry Challenge. This is a monthly series that I do with my super fun and awesome friends, Nicole, Jessica, and Natalie. For the challenge this month, I chose the Make the Cut challenge from the message boards that are cherry on top. I showed you there the measurements for my papers. So the challenge is to use one sheet of cardstock as your base, and then you can use 3 sheets of pattern paper cut to those dimensions, but then no more paper. Now, if you have been following me, listening to me for even a week, you know that is going to be a challenge because you guys, I love my pattern paper. I love it. And but I think I problem solved and did really good. I actually really like how this layout turned out. I think it turned out super cute and fun. I do wish I could have used a little bit more pattern paper just to back my photo, but it's okay. I made it work. The ways I'm making it work is I went ahead and grabbed my Crackling Campfire Distress Oxide ink, and I am using a blending brush and inking all 4 of the edges of my cardstock background up. This gives a little bit more color. It gives a little something extra around the edge. I was thinking while I was creating this layout that if I didn't have limited pattern paper, I would have backed this page with a pattern paper. So this was my kind of workaround for that. I just grabbed my, again, this is the Crackling Campfire, and it's the same kind of orangey color that appears throughout the collection that I'm going to be using today. Once I had the edges all inked up, I wanted to add a little more interest to my background, and I didn't want to waste this oxide ink. So I grabbed a fan brush and my little water spritzer, and I'm just going to add some water to the ink that's right here on my glass mat. And then I'm going to grab my fan brush, and I'm going to splatter all around the edges with the water. This, not only does this create these little splatters, but it also reacts with the oxide ink that I've already got on the page. So the edge has this little bit of like extra texture and interest. It might not show up super well in the photos, but in person it's really nice. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting down my papers. So I'm going to be working with the April and Ivy collection from American Crafts. This is one of their newer collections, and I don't have all of it. I just ordered enough to do a couple pages, which is all that I really need. So this, I think this is the 3rd, maybe 4th layout I've done with this collection. I'm not 100% sure, but it's really pretty. I really like this collection a lot. And I still have plenty of it. I still have lots of things I can, lots of elements I can use on it. And I think that it'll be a nice kind of transition into spring. So I went ahead and cut one. So I took one of the 12 by 12 sheets of paper that I had, and I cut it into 2 of those strips. One is 1.5 by 10, and the other is 8 by 11. And then I went into the 6 by 8 paper pad and grabbed a busier pattern. So I grabbed this dark bird pattern because I thought if there was ever a time that I was going to need a busier pattern paper on a layout, it was going to be on this layout where I can only use these 3 strips of pattern paper. So for my photo, I printed my photo with a white border, which I'm so glad I did, because this is where I was kind of like, oh, I can't mat my photo with any color. I can't mat it with white cardstock. I can't mat it with anything because I'm only allowed to use those 3 pieces of pattern paper and my 1 sheet of cardstock. So yeah, I was super glad that my photo had the white border because I just trimmed it up so the border was even, and then it did give some separation to my background. So I went ahead and kind of pushed the paper around different spots, and this is what I came up with. for my design. Now, the first thing that my page is going to need is I want to ink the edges of my papers. I'm going to do that with my Distress Oxide ink in Vintage Photo. And my little patterned happy heart is going to put this bird paper down, and man, I want some more pattern on either side of it because that's my jam. So how do I get just a bit of pattern behind on either side of this bird paper? Washi tape. So yep, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna grab the washi tape for this from this April and Ivy collection. So glad. I've never been happier in all of my life that I bought a collection of washi tape to match, or a set of washi tape to match a collection, because I've actually gotten some honest to goodness use out of this washi tape. I used it to back a cut file, and now I'm going to use it on this page to add a border along my 2 pattern paper strips. And this is just going to add that like finished edge, little bit of separation. And yeah, so happy I bought this washi tape. Best washi tape order purchase in my life. And this is going to add just that little bit more pattern that my artistic brain wanted on this layout. I just wanted a little more pattern. I'm going to choose this thicker floral washi for the top, and then I'm going to do the gold washi across the bottom, which is going to work really well when I start to work with my embellishments and things, because a lot of the embellishments in the April and Ivy collection has those gold foil accents, and it's the same gold foil that's in the washi tape, so that's going to work out really nicely. The nice little challenge I had to deal with was the fact that I didn't really want to stamp on this pattern paper. I really wanted my title to be right here, but I also couldn't die cut anything, right? Because I've already used my allotted amount of paper. So good thing I had these pink fresh letter stickers that I've been keeping pink fresh letter stickers on hand, not necessarily for this purpose, but I have been kind of adding them to my stash. I really like pink fresh letter alphabet stickers. They're they're nice and sticky. They're really, really fun fonts. Very, very cool. I think these are from the Travel Mode collection. I believe that is the collection that these particular alphas are from. And if they are still available, well, everything that is still available over at A Cherry on Top will have a link in the description box below. So you can do a little shopping if you like. But look at how cool my title turned out. I really enjoy Pink Fresh Studios letter stickers. So I just double checked for you. It's called Tourist Mode. And this color is a perfect match to the dark teal in the April and Ivy collection. Now let's play with the stickers. I have this open space across the bottom of my page, and I thought it would be fun to go ahead and do a border, like create my own border of some kind. So as I was looking through the 6x12 sticker sheet, I noticed that there are a lot of potted plants and flowers. Potted flowers, I feel like I'm never going to have another opportunity where I'm going to want to use them. So let's use them on this layout. So I'm going to do a long border with all these potted plants, and I'm going to use some stickers and some die cuts. And then another thing that there is a lot of in this 6x12 sticker sheet, and in the ephemera too, that's in this collection throughout, an icon that's in this collection, are these birds. And I already used some of the birds on one of my pattern papers, right? So let's pull in more birds. So I'm going to create kind of this border, it's a slight scene. I'm calling it a slight scene. It's a little bit of a scene. Across the bottom of my page. I'm going to move the stickers around and move the die cuts around. And I'm going to create this little scene across the bottom of the page, and then I can add more of the potted plants off to the side of my photo, and I already add that little bird up at the top. So I'm going to go through the die cuts, and I'm going to kind of replace some of the stickers with die cuts so everything looks kind of even and cute, and so that I like it all. And the nice thing is that these particular cardstock stickers are not super sticky, so I can kind of lift them up and move them around. And then when I was sure where I had the placement that I wanted them, I just gave them a really good press down. And so far they haven't come up. So that's good. Then I thought it might be fun to add some cute butterflies. There are loads of butterflies in this collection. There's also loads of cameras, and those are my two favorite icons to use on scrapbook pages, so I was more than happy to add some of those, but they're gonna look a little big here for a second till I realize that I have the puffies. There are loads and loads of adorable butterflies on these puffy stickers. So I did end up keeping one of the larger butterflies right there to kind of balance out the bird that's on the left and the birds on the bottom, but the rest of the butterflies we're gonna use are the puffy kind because they were the perfect size against all the potted plants at the bottom. And there you go. Challenge accepted, Deanna. Now I just need to go ahead and add some little details. I'm going to add trails to all of my butterflies using a white gel pen and also a black gel pen. And then, because seriously, this wouldn't be a layout if it didn't include sequins, and I happen to have designed a sequin mix to match this April and Ivy collection perfectly, I'm going to go ahead and scatter some sequins all around my scrapbook page. Be sure to check out the description box. There you will find links to Natalie's video and Jessica's video and Nicole's video. You will find a link to the challenge that I used if you want to play along with the challenge as well. And you will find links to all of the available products on my page that I used to create my layout with. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful weekend. I think I have one more video going up today, but it's later this evening, and it is a card process, but it's super fun, and I always include lots of techniques that you can use on your scrapbook pages in my card projects. So definitely check that out. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.